How are we all doing, guys? I hope we're all good. Hope we're all doing well. How am I doing, you ask? I'm doing fine, thank you very much, on this lovely Monday night. And please, guys, if you haven't already watched it, please go and check out the pod that I just released today with Cal. We're trying to make this like a weekly thing, and it'll get better within the weeks, but we're pleased where it started. And if you've not already gone and checked it out, after this video, go and check it out, please. Give it all the love you can, and give it all the comments. And there's not been that much news in terms of, well, football. There's been news obviously this weekend, which is the obvious one, but there's not been that much football news apart from one little story that came from the Midlands of Wolverhampton, and it's the signing of Diego Costa on a free. And is that a good signing? Is it a bad signing? I'm sure I will get into more detail as the video goes along. But please, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate that. I know I've said that twice already, but I really do appreciate all the support, and I don't know why I did that. All the support and all the love that I'm getting at the minute. It's really good to see, and just doing what I like doing, which is talking football. But Diego Costa to Wolverhampton. This is a strange one, isn't it? I feel like this is about 3 years too late. And I said this about the Koulibaly transfer, from Napoli to Chelsea. I said it's about 3 years too late. And this one's even more weird because I feel like we haven't heard about Diego Costa in a few years. And I've had to properly research where he's been the last couple of seasons. And to be honest with you, not much has happened. I just wrote it down here. He was at Atletico Madrid in the 2021 season. We're now in the 22-23 season. So he skipped a whole year. And he only made 7 appearances that season and scoring 2 goals. And then he went to Brazil in Atletico Mineiro and had 15 appearances and 4 goals. Sorry, it's not great for a striker who we know can be the absolute rock up front for a team. And I've talked about negatives so far, but let's talk about the positives. You've got a Wolves team that really should be pushing on for the top 7 or 8 this season. Bruno Lage, I think he's a class manager and a very underrated manager in the Premier League. He brought a team that was sort of languishing in 15th and 16th, not really playing that good in football. And he's brought his sort of brand of football. He's sort of made it conservative at the back to start off with no real striker. He's sort of molded this team, and he's created this sort of ethos in this football club that is really good. It's really nice to see. It's really pretty football, isn't it? That's what I'd like to say. You've got the likes of Matinho, now Nunes as well, who's just been brought in over the summer. Ruben Neves, who's been the centre mid maestro in the midfield, and Pedence, who is a very underrated player as well. And you've obviously got Jimenez coming back from his injury, and it's good to see him coming back to the way he was previously before that, because he was on absolute fire, weren't he, before that. But I'm naming all these players, and they're really nice looking players on the ball, really technically astute, and really, when they get on the ball, it's all like nice football. And I'm saying this sort of same thing, but there's one thing that Diego Costa could actually add to this Wolverhampton team, and that's a bit of grit up front. And I feel like they need this sort of aggression up front, which could then push them on to the next level. You look at Leicester a couple of seasons ago with Jamie Vardy, and you can even say a few seasons ago with Chelsea with Diego Costa. And if Wolverhampton can get that 2017 Diego Costa, who scored 22 goals in the Premier League, that would be key for this Wolverhampton team. It's on a short deal, which is low risk, and after the work permit got accepted, it looked like a really astute signing. It looked like one of the best signings of this summer, and it's not difficult to say that because of how low risk it is. Even if he goes off the boil, like we know he probably could do eventually, it's only an eight month deal with an option of another year. Another thing that's key about this Diego Costa signing is that the timing of it, because we're going to see like this mini pre-season of him before the next stage, into November time, because we've got a couple of weeks off now. We might have this weekend off because of the Queen's funeral, and after that it's the international, so he has 3 weeks there to prepare himself for the first game of his season, essentially. I don't think it'd be a signing that will go straight into the team, but having Diego Costa on your bench at any point in the next couple of seasons at least is a great sign of a team, and it shows the sort of pulling power of the Premier League. A team that finishes mid-table can have the pulling power of the likes of Atletico Madrid. Look at Lodi, who's gone from Atletico Madrid to Nottingham Forest. It's a very exciting time for the Premier League and all their fans, but obviously with all the good, like I said at the start, comes with its baggage, and we all know what Diego Costa's like. His lack of playing, like I just said, his recent history of getting bored, which is, you know, you've seen the videos of him on the quad bike and all that, just doing basically whatever he wants in Brazil. And maybe he's bored of that, maybe he's not. But I mean, he got released from Atletico Madrid early, then got released by Atletico Mineiro early, and that was in 2021. So he's had a whole year off of football, which is a long time, because it's an ever evolving game, isn't it? Look at players 6 months ago. Look, the likes of Raheem Sterling at one point was one of the top 5 players in the world, and 6 months later he's been getting binned off by Manchester City. Another thing that I would say is, in the changing room, he's a big character, isn't he? So that could be a good thing, but I mean, it could also be a horrendous thing. Look at the time at Chelsea when he was with Antonio Conte. They rifted clearly, and he was on fire in that season, and he still got sold for 50-60 million to Atletico Madrid. But like I say, it's a low risk signing. So I want to know what you guys think, specifically Wolves fans, if anybody's watching it at home. Is this a good signing for you? And with this Wolves squad, it seems like they've got a good ethos right now. Is this a big risk? Even though I say it's a low risk in terms of financial status, in terms of, you know, psychological or mental attributes, is this a big risk for the dressing room? You've lost the likes of Connor Cody, who was a big character. Maybe you need to replace the big voices in the changing room. I don't know. That's only what Bruno Lage can say. But if he gets 5 goals this season, that's a good season for him, because I don't think anyone's expecting much of him. I personally want to see him do well, because we all love a bit of a shithousery up front. I think that's the one thing that I would say. And it's always good to have the best players in the Premier League, even if they're slightly past their peak. But if we get 2017 Diego Costa back, that's incredible too. So I wonder what do you guys think? How many goals do you think he's going to get this season? Will he push on Wolves? Will he push on Jimenez for that place? Is there a plan ahead for Diego Costa and Wolves with him, because it's only a short-term deal? Do you think he'll go back to wherever he came from, partying and all that last year or so? So guys, this has just been a quick video. I say quick video, it's been 8 minutes, so it's about the same as every other video. I do appreciate all the love that I'm getting in the minute, with all the likes and subscribers and the comments. Please comment below what you thought. Please comment below if I'm wrong or right on any of these opinions. I probably am at some point. Like I said before as well, if you go check out the pod that me and Cal did yesterday, that got uploaded yesterday even, that would be great, because we're trying to get like a consistent basis on that as well. So until next time, guys, I will see you soon, and